Well, a lot of other people who've been forgotten lately is the women, and uh, here's the thing I have about women's wrestling. I always compare it to the way it was a year ago, and this time last year it was the hottest shit going.
Yeah.
And this year I don't know what's going on, but I do think that I think they get a lot of haters, but I also think they have a lot of deserved critics at the same time. So I guess the question is, do you think that women's wrestling gets over criticized yet also overpraised?
Women's wrestling, really, again, talk about, hot, cold, quick, switch over, same thing. Last year at this time, you're right, it was hot. A year later, different story. You see, I mean, if you watch wrestling, you see how it is. I mean, Becky Lynch right now, I mean, a fellow countrywoman of yours. I mean, I'm not sure what your take is on her, and I like Becky. I give her a hard time on Twitter, but it's mostly for the haha. I don't really have anything against her. I think she's an attractive, nice woman, and has earned her stripes, so to speak, busted her ass the hard way to get through women's wrestling, has, worked the system and worked the world, and she deserves where she's at. However, her character is mad stale right now. Again, if you say to me, quick, Kev, who's the women's champion? I'm like, oh yeah, Becky Lynch. That's what I'm saying. It should come to me right away. I shouldn't even have to think about it because she hasn't done anything really of note. This Oscar feud coming up looks pretty cool, and I'm thinking Oscar's going to beat her. And maybe that's what needs to happen because Becky is stale right now, and I blame the
Mm.
writing. But I think Becky is okay. I headline WrestleMania. Now what? There should always be something adjacent to that where they carry on and keep blowing up. I mean, back in the day, again, Austin won the title, then he's on a mad roll, and then he's in great feuds. Same thing with The Rock and the way they used to book their champions. Now it's just like after WrestleMania, it was like a balloon that was really wide, and the air just came out of it. And she's really, really at a low right now. Even with the arena, they say she's the face of the company, but she gets a reaction like she's a mid card wrestler. She gets a Tito Santana reaction. I mean, seriously, I've seen it. I know people are in the arenas, and they're like, Kev, you're right. Like half the arena is not even standing up when she comes out. When you're a top person, Daniel Bryan, the whole arena's up doing yes, yes, yes. CM Punk, when he was champion, the whole arena's on their feet. You're the face of the company, and only half the crowd is on their feet or clapping. That's not the face of the company. WWE better get a facelift because that's not the face, and it's not her fault. It's they've booked her poorly. Her opponents have been lackluster. No one wants to see Natty Neidhart anymore. Nobody wants to see Lacey Evans at the moment. I think they should make Lacey Evans like this badass military girl. Lose that Southern bullshit gimmick. It's not working. And as far as bouncing a little bit back, AEW's women's division is in horrible shape. I could not even believe what I was watching last night. That Riho girl looks like a 16-year-old playing in the big leagues. I don't know what she does in Japan, but she should not be the women's champion there. And that Britt Baker, she may be Adam Cole's girlfriend, but she certainly didn't learn how to wrestle from Adam Cole. She ain't ready. She ain't ready for prime time either. She does not deserve to be in the. She may be a great dentist. I'll let her fix my teeth before I'll watch a match with her. She's not, and I'm not the only podcaster saying that. I'm listening to people I respect in the industry saying Britt Baker is not what we thought she was. No, she is not. And AEW doesn't even have a market. They don't have a Becky Lynch. They don't have a Charlotte Flair. I mean, and look at our NXT division. Shayna Baszler is off the chain good. Even some of their lower card girls in NXT are really good. I mean, I like. There's a lot of great female talent, but if you notice, there was no all women's pay per view this past October. They decided not to do it, and I think that was a good move.
Hmm.
And there's no all women's pay per view planned for any time soon, from what I understand. There shouldn't be. They're not. It's not hot right now. Women's wrestling is not hot right now, and it's the way they're being booked by all the wrestling companies, which is not very good. Best women's division I see right now is Impact, but Impact draws like 15 people. So you know, what I mean, how are you gonna do something with that?